Alright YouTube, so here we're going to do some chicken chores. I've already done the one big coop over there. I have this little coop here for the 4 new babies that we have. I say babies, they're 7-8 months now. And then they always come up to me, especially these ones. These are the ones we got from our hatchery. They've been pretty good. They're just starting to lay. Of course, I'm missing mine. She's probably around here somewhere. And she'll come running once she hears me out here talking to them. Oh my god, that's 1 week. You guys are disgusting. Alright, so this is one of these cheap Tractor Supply chicken coops. I actually got it from my neighbor. He bought it, I don't know, probably 5-6 years ago, and it was just sitting. And I have this one here, which I made the run. And the thing I like about this one, of course right now it's getting close to fall and winter, so I just store it inside my garden, but I move it around. I actually built this run so that I can disconnect it here, there, and then I just used some wing nuts and catch it on the sides, and I can pop this whole run off, and then I hook this up to the tractor, back to the heavy hitch, courtesy of Tractor Time with Tim, and I just hook this up onto the 3-point hitch on the hook, pick it up, and then I can move this thing around. So this is my main coop. The only problem is and it's actually a really nice Amish made coop. I got it from the same neighbor for like 400 bucks. So it worked out really good because my other one, my father-in-law made, and it wasn't pressure treated. It was falling apart. So this one came around the right time. But this thing, I don't know, maybe 9 chickens, 10 chickens tops. I have 9 right now, so I really haven't tried to integrate them all into the same coop. So these 4, this one here, her, and then wherever mine is, pain in the butt that always wants to get out. I got them from our hatchery back in April of 2020. And we started them in a brooder in the shed. And then I moved them out here when they got old enough, and I just haven't integrated them yet. I got them all in this same run here, so they're fertilizing my garden and tearing everything up right now. And then in the springtime I'll till all this up. And that's mine there. That's Ethel. She's a pain in the butt. She gets outside all the time. Of course, this chicken area, this netting is just netting I had up for the deer. I had no intentions on keeping it up this long. I was actually looking to put some of that poultry netting, Premier 1 that I saw on the Stony Ridge Farmer. But I guess because of COVID, you can't get anything now, because now everybody's doing this type of stuff now. So it's on back order. So I've had this up. I know it's not perfect. That's why I make sure I put the girls up at night. But I guess eventually I'll get some of that poultry netting. But anyway, so I guess you can just kind of watch me do my thing here and clean this thing out. I'll tell you, these things, as far as the maintenance goes, they're pretty nice and easy. If you got somebody who just wants 1 or 2 chickens in their little backyard, I don't really care for it. It doesn't give them a lot of room. And it really doesn't give them a good area to roost. I actually made these up because what they were doing is they were going in the nesting box and crapping in it, as you can see over there. So I did that, and they would get in and they'd kick all the straw out. So I just put something in there to kind of keep them from knocking all the straw out. But you can see I've pretty much given up on using these back too. They lay in here, so I just throw some pine shavings down there and just keep it so that if they crap in there, I can clean it up pretty easy. Again, I'm not looking for them to stay in this much longer. I figure once winter time starts hitting and starts getting cold, I'm just going to put them in with the other 5, and they're going to have to figure it out. So, all right, so I'll go ahead and get this thing set up, and you can watch me work. all this sawdust we got. We actually had a little above ground pool, and instead of spending money on sand, and plus during the coronavirus stuff, you couldn't get some of that stuff anyway, but this was still considered essential because it's considered for horses and bedding and livestock. So just got a dump truck load of this to level it out. Well, I ended up having a bunch of leftover, so I just kind of put it in some Tupperware bins, and that's what I use for getting the girls set up. I probably do this one once a week. My other one I'll do once a month, but these ones, they tend to poop in there a lot more than the other coop. And don't be surprised if the girls don't come to see you. See, Ethel's curious as all get out. She's always checking everything out. If I'm outside working or doing something, she's finding a way to get out of here and come see me. She's my buddy. Kind of sticks with me everywhere I go. Kids don't like it. Kids are always like, "Why doesn't she do that with me?" I'm like, "Well, that's because you don't chase her around, scared the bejesus out of her." But I guess when I was a kid, I was no different. And all I'm doing is just cleaning the little tracks out. So I guess if anybody wanted to do a review on this thing, it's just got tracks that this run on, and it just makes it a little easier to close it all the way so you don't have a big gap. One nice thing about doing this every week is that I get some pretty decent compost for the garden that I got set up over there, so that's not too bad. Usually I'll go ahead and start mixing her in and get her straight. I'll tell you what, before I slide that in, it's a lot of times just easier to set your water and your feeder up. I just have one of these big feeders with only 4 chickens. I mean, I could go a week and a half on this. And I don't wet it or anything. I don't wet my feed or anything. But it's a lot easier if you just leave it out. Alright, girls. And this is a chicken water from Rent-A-Coop. It's actually pretty nice, 2 gallons. Again, even in the summertime, I can pretty much get away with a week of this. So if we go on a camping trip or something, it's nice because I fill this thing up before we leave, and we're usually pretty good. But it's got the 4 nipples there on the bottom. This thing's just got a little cone so that they can't get up on the top and poop on it. And then it's just got a fill here on the top. So once a week, and I've already cleaned this one out, but once a week I just give them fresh water, just clean it out. But it's nice because they can't really get in there and get a bunch of dirt and chicken poop and all that stuff in there. I just make sure I clean these little nipples out each week, and then once a month I just pull them out, take a little toothbrush and just clean them out and just get all the grit and stuff out of there. So I mean, I wouldn't want to drink dirty water, so I'm sure they wouldn't want to drink dirty water. So now we're good to slide this back in. Of course, probably help if I didn't put it in the wrong way. show you this. So when I got this from my neighbor, it was falling apart here on the bottom. It's still not the best, but I just had some scrap wood laying around and just kind of put a better base together. I mean, in all honesty, if a raccoon or something really did want to get in here, it could. Even if this was brand new from out of the box out of Tractor Supply, and it's made by Precision, they definitely wouldn't have a hard time getting into this coop. That's why I'm probably, once it starts getting cold, I'm going to integrate all the girls into one, because I know that other one's strong. If anything gets in there, it's going to make a lot of noise. It's going to let me know, and it's not going to be here much longer, because bedroom window's right there. So nice little 223 round will do them just fine, middle of the night, and I'll just explain it to the neighbors in the morning. So but anyway, that's just kind of my chores that I have with my coop. This one's the water and the feeder's all the same. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching. All right, so it wasn't that long that I did the chore video for the chickens, and good old Ethel, man. Ethel got out, buddy. So we'll do the adventures of Ethel and getting out. So if I walk down here, there she is, Miss Curious George. What are you doing? What are you doing out the coop? Come on, girl. You can't be out here. Come on. So the good thing about Ethel, well, she don't like this. I'll tell you what, she usually don't. She don't like the camera. Dad, I don't know what that is. You don't normally have that in your hand. I just started doing this thing. I just got the selfie stick in the mail the other day. So anyway, yeah, because I do everything off my phone, man. I ain't got all that fancy money. I'm just trying to show y'all some stuff that I do and give some shout outs to some channels that have given me some ideas on stuff. But anyway, so there's Ethel. So we're gonna put her back, and I'm gonna see how long it takes her to figure this one out. Now she's smart, man. She's been watching me since she was a little baby, and she's figured out that if she gets down in the bottom of this thing, she can push her way on out. So I tried to Ethel proof it a little bit. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. I'm thinking 15-20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you can see I got some real fancy door latch hinges here for this bad boy. Again, man, I wasn't really planning on this thing being up this long. Just kind of, this is some of that 8-foot deer netting from Tractor Supply. It's okay. You can see it's kind of splitting. You might not be able to see it. Splitting in some spots, but it kept the deer out for a little bit, and then some buggers just jumped right over top one night. I come home from working late, and the headlights, when I pulled in the driveway, hit the garden, and she popped her head up. And of course my string beans were about mowed down, so I think I got maybe a week's worth of string beans before she decided she wanted to get in there and eat the rest of it. But yes, I wasn't really planning on this. So Ethel, we're going to see how long it takes you to get out. This side is my master plan when I first started this garden. Had really good idea and motivation, and just kind of staked everything down. So this side's really good. Like, she ain't getting out there. The other side, the weeds have kind of grown up, so they're holding the fence down. But over here, a little smart butt figured out all she got to do is push on it. Now, she might be able, I don't know. We'll find out. She might be able to get out through there. But yeah, little some bugger just figured it out. If she got up underneath and stuck her nose under here and pushed, she could just walk her way on out and get back there to where the compost is and start eating some worms. So, so we'll see. The Adventures of Ethel. I'm sure that'll probably be a list of videos that I do, just the adventures of Ethel and her nonsense of getting out and following her dad around on his chore duties. Alright, thanks for watching again.